Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Millie, and if you're my old subscriber, hello. Thank you for staying here with me. Guys, today's video is about the 10 things that I was shocked about Denmark. I know some of you guys will love this kind of videos, so today is 10 things that shocked me about Denmark. Number one is the drinking. Oh my goodness, the Danish people, they drink a lot. You're gonna be shocked, like almost every occasion there is alcohol, like even some even a birthday for younger children, there is alcohol. Every time there is a chance for drinking alcohol, the Danish do drink alcohol. And I think I have found some different articles placing Denmark, I think, on top 2 of people here, like where young people really drink a lot. I think the Danish teenagers, they are like on top there, like maybe top 2, top 3 of teenagers who really drink a lot. So if you're coming here, like for example from Africa, and you're used to like children not drinking early, and you come here to Denmark, especially if you're married to a Danish man, this can cause conflicts, because they are used to, like at 16 the children can go and buy alcohol, and some kids start even drinking as young as maybe even 12, because then they can get the older kids to buy the alcohol for them. So yeah, and I think alcohol is not that expensive, so I mean, they do drink. And I think I have learned to drink here in Denmark. I think I learned to drink when I was in Uganda, when I met my ex-husband. They used to, after work, they will all meet at a certain area, and then they'll be drinking, giving rounds. Me, sometimes I had like 10 bottles of beer in front of me because I could not keep up. So, and then I came to them. I didn't even like beer, I didn't like wine, I didn't like alcohol. I was just drinking like everybody is drinking. And then I started even liking the alcohol. So you have to be careful. You can even get addicted also to drinking alcohol, because I started liking alcohol. Now I'm like beginning to like, no, I don't need this alcohol. So number 2, the flatness of the country. Denmark is really flat. I must say, like when I was living on Sjælland, that's close to the capital city Copenhagen, it was so flat out there. But then when I moved to Jutland, it is another island, I can see some hills, some in different places. So beautiful when you see some of these hills. But in Denmark they don't have mountains, they just have hills. Compared like to Uganda, even the capital city, it has like I think 7 hills around it. So Denmark is really flat. And I think I read Denmark, no part of Denmark is more than 32 miles. That is 67 kilometers from the sea. So no mountains in Denmark, just hills. I'm looking down here, guys, because that's where I have my notes. And number 3 is the smoking. Oh my goodness, I was so shocked about the smoking. In Uganda also people smoke, but it's mostly men who smoke. But I was so shocked to see how many women smoke here. A lot of women do smoke, and that's what shocked me even more, to see the Queen smoking. The Queen don't give a broom. She just smokes her cigarette. She don't care where she is. She does smoke her cigarettes. And I think I've seen this in many international magazines where they're like shocked to see how our Queen smokes. So people here smoke, like they'll be in the street smoking. Like in Uganda, I think a few ladies do smoke, but they smoke like when they're in the club or in the disco. You won't see ladies standing on the street smoking. Like you'll see a girl here standing on the bus and smoking. But I guess it's also because of the weather is cold, and when people who start smoking, maybe they smoke to keep warm, and they start so young. You see like kids all the way from like maybe 13, 14 smoking. And I notice a lot of people who have these lung problems also here in Denmark. So Danish people do smoke, and the Queen, she does smoke her cigarettes. She yeah. And yeah. And number 4 is the topless women at the beach. Oh, I was so shocked. I went to the beach and I saw these ladies just laying down on their breasts. They were like all outside. I was, oh my goodness. Yes, in Denmark, I think even in other European countries, maybe even in Sweden, like when you go to the beach, even if the beaches are like in the city, you're going to find people, ladies laying there like with their breasts out, yeah, without swimming costume. And this can be really like, if you just brought a young teenage child from Uganda, for example, from another country, they're not used to this, Or maybe some people who are so religious, imagine like a Muslims going to the beach and they see people laying down like this. But yes, the ladies here, they go topless on the beach, and you have to get used to that. I was really shocked. And number 5, the nudist beaches. My goodness, one day I had a friend and she was like, oh Mile, I'd like to invite you to this beach. I was like, yeah, I will go. Yeah, but it's a nudist beach. I mean, what do you mean nudist? Yeah, people around, they just walk around naked, butt naked, no clothes. You cannot be at this beach and you and you're wearing clothes. So there are people butt naked. I was like, no way, I'm not going there to see old women and old men, not even just that, seeing other people naked. No way. And I think we even know somebody else who go to this nudist. She invited us. I was like, no, I'm not going to go to this nudist beaches. So thank God they're out there, these beaches, and I think they're kind of close, and you have to be like naked when you're out there. So that's really shocked me. Like, actually strangers can walk around naked and looking at each other like butt naked. Oh, no, that's not for me. Number 6 is a Christiania. There's a small place called Christiania in the capital city, and in this place, like, there's like marijuana is so common. It's not legal, but people kind of buy it so freely, you know. Like, people, I think, live like they were living, what, I don't know, like which year it was, where people were like living so freely. So this place, you can, if people know who come here in Denmark, like if they want to buy marijuana, they go and buy it there, and it's don't go there thinking it's legal. And when you are there, actually, I don't even think I think there's one place called like the Green Light District. I think that's why I had, you can't even you're not even allowed to take photos and everything. So the police are all sometimes there, so don't go there and think like, oh, because I'm here I can just buy my marijuana freely. No, the police are always there. So I was shocked to know like there was a place like this where this was going on. And I'm not saying that it's legal, it's actually very legal, and people do live there. And I know, like, if you go there like a tourist, be careful not to be photographing. There's some areas I think we are not allowed to photograph. All right, guys. Number 7, this shocked me like crazy, guys. The sex shops. Oh my goodness, in my country I've never seen something like that. In my country I've never even seen sex magazines in shops. And when I came here, I saw the sex magazine in the shops. I was like, oh my goodness. But then one day we were walking in Copenhagen and I saw these shops. I was like, what the these shops, like, they're just there, like here there could be a salon. Actually, I think I was going to an Afro hair salon. Here there's an Afro salon, and next there's this kind of shops, and like, wow, people are going and looking, and they go in there, and they're like, even like the way they hang clothes in the windows, there are things are hanging in the windows. So if the place is called Eastgate. So if you come here to Denmark and you have your kids, be careful when you're walking to this street called Eastgate. You're going to find these sex shops all over the place. People are so freely. Danish people are so free, you know. So. And I think I read somewhere, like, I think it was in Marie Claire, they said Denmark came out on top of countries that search a lot for, you know, sex online. So Danish, they like, I won't say they like, oh, everybody likes these things. I don't know how it is in other countries. Guys, let me know if you have seen these kind of shops in other countries. But in Denmark, yes, they're so free with these shops. You're going to see them all over. I was shocked, and I still feel shy when I pass by there and see these shops. So yeah, but that's how it is. Yes. And number 8 for me is like raising the teenagers. I think it's so different from where I come from, and I think even from like the America, because I think here, like, when a child is 15, they have a consent, which means like when your child is 15, they have consent, they can actually have sex with the 18-year-old, and the 18-year-old will never like go to jail. Whereas I think like in the US, like a 18-year-old, if they have a sex with a 15-year-old, they could actually, I think, even go to jail. But here, like, if your 15-year-old daughter can go have sex with an older person, and nothing will happen. Yeah, I think it's legal for them, even the kids, to drink at 16. I think, whereas I had, like, in the US, I think you have to be 21. So that is going to be a shock for some people. And for example, also, like, we have teenagers. I know, like, some girls, she could be 15 and she could say, I want to go to sleep over at my boyfriend's home. And for me, that was difficult for me to accept. Like, my child who is 15, maybe 16, to go and sleep over to a boyfriend's place. So yes, like the kids here, when they're 15, they have consent. And yeah, you have to know that like raising teenagers is also difficult, because plus also the whole thing of they're so free, the drinking and the smoking, you know. So if you're coming from a country like Uganda, you're going to face some difficulty with these kind of things. And when the kids also, like some people would say, oh, if I bring my child from Uganda, I would have disciplined him or whatever. But when you bring them here, they start to see how free they are, and that can cause really big problems. They'll be smoking and they'll be doing things because everybody else is, not everybody, but this is normal. This is normal. The drinking and the smoking is very normal. So yeah, I think that can really cause some problems. Another thing is like, I'll call them the Viking kids. I think like I was so shocked to see like the kids already like 6 to 8 month old. The kids were already starting in daycare. We call it Vuggestue here, or maybe you can call that nursery. Like 6-9 month, they're still babies. They already start in daycare. And sometimes like I would see them early morning, like here in the winter, because it's so dark and so cold. I'll be getting like ready in the morning. Sometimes I wake up at 5 to go to work. I'll see these ladies with the kids like 6. The babies are sitting on a bicycle. They're cycling to the daycare because she's going to work, and I'll be like, oh, poor baby. I wonder what time they woke up, you know. So in Denmark, it's very normal. And it's also like normal, like to put the baby, what is that called, the barnevon, I can't remember the English word. They, like in the winter time, even in the middle of the winter time, they put the babies out in the cold. The babies sleep very well. I was shocked when they told me, when my babies were young, like, oh, put the baby. I was like, no, yeah. I started doing the same thing. They put the babies, pack them in very nicely inside. You can put them in -5 degrees outside, and they sleep. So I was shocked to see like babies starting to go to the daycare at such an early age. But some people, they do wait until 1 year. But it's not uncommon for kids to 6 to 9 months to already start going to the daycare. This is number 10. I think I was so surprised about the bicycles, like everybody bicycling. I think Denmark is one of those countries. I think they say 9 out of 10 citizens own a bicycle, while only 4 out of 10 own a car. I think they say in Copenhagen, like 56% of residents commute to work on bicycles. There's bicycles in Copenhagen everywhere. I am so afraid even of driving in Copenhagen. There's bicycles everywhere, and I think it's good for the environment. But when I came to Denmark, I could not ride a bicycle, because in my country, like ladies, we don't ride bicycles. It's not sexy, it's not ladylike to ride a bicycle. It's men who ride bicycles, and it's the ladies in the villages who ride bicycles. So when I came to Denmark, I was seeing everybody is riding bicycles. The small children are riding bicycles. I was like, oh my goodness. I could see moms and their daughters and the kids riding bicycle. I could not ride a bicycle. So when I got my kids, I just said I have to learn how to ride a bicycle. I told myself I would wait every day when the people were inside. That's another thing also that shocked me. Like, people were so much inside their houses, like even during summertime, like 6 in the evening, people are like inside. They're not outside like in Uganda. So sometimes in the evening, when I would see everybody was inside, I'll sit on my bicycle, and then I'll ride up and down. I'll fall and get up, I'll fall and get up. So I learned how to ride. I learned myself how to ride a bicycle, but I'm not a good bicyclist. I will not dare like ride bicycle in the city, because I don't know. It's not just like riding bicycle. You have to know the rules. Like if you're going to stop, you're going to the left, and all this. This kid, they learn this from a very young age. And I think there is some organization that are teaching black people how to, especially black ladies, how to ride bicycles. So guys, these were the 10 things that shocked me about Denmark. My Danish followers, you can supplement if you have some things you want to supplement with, or if I say something that I'm not right about, just comment, and yes, subscribe and like. All right guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos like this one. All right, bye bye.